technology screens. I got a pretty busy day today. Got a lot of phone calls to make. We get some problems we've been having taken care of, and also too, I got some business to take care of for the company. We do these segments called Up Close and Personal, which I have to start adding that into the caption. Keep forgetting to put that in there. And Up Close and Personal is basically where we take paints, screens, and put them in an environment where they have no type of a vantage point. So usually we're seeing gray screens online. We're seeing screens that are on high-powered projectors, using projectors with extremely high inky contrast, so they can basically produce a better contrast level. Calibrated machines, which means if your machine's not calibrating, you're not calibrating, not doing the same thing that machine's doing at the end of the day. A number of things that dark environments too. I see a lot of those. And on top of that, how much money are you actually saving by converting it over to a gray screen? Like literally how much money you're saving. Now, my customers, if they were to buy this QME2 projector, this projector would cost them roughly around $40. $40, and that's basically about it. But they got it for under $100. It still would cost them about $100. Now, I have this kind of challenge I set for myself that I can't buy a projector over $200. My projectors have to be under a $200 mark. And I particularly like 720p model projectors because, again, it's more of a challenging machine than go out and spend the money for a high-end projector with massive multiple options. Is he watching that? Probably is. Most likely no one has tried watching that screen over there. Alright, let me see. I'm going to go over my account. Now, like I said, we don't have any high power expensive projector. We're using a QME2 720p projector, that's it, in the demonstration. So QME2, right there, got off of eBay for $40. Now, the gamers out there at the end of the day, how important is a black screen? It's extremely important, especially if you're gaming. If you're a gamer, you haven't picked up on that yet, I have no idea what you're doing with your time. Because it's just it's a required must to be able to do that. We have the PlayStation 4 set up here. Now I had people come at me and say, oh, your system has to be upgraded. It doesn't make a difference what we upgrade to. A gray screen still can't read it. Just because you upgrade to the PS5 doesn't mean your system's going to see 100% contrast. It still can't see it at all, period. We can have PS5, I can have any system. It won't read it. You know, systems that actually require more black, older systems require it. Atari 2600, those that have black backgrounds, Pac-Man, black backgrounds, Space Invaders, Asteroids, and I need to go on. All those require 100% black backgrounds. They require it. So, how would this even work? It can't even work on retros. So this is my PlayStation menu. We can't even get the menu to read on a gray screen paint. It just doesn't read it. Now, for those people, like I said, I get these often emails of people screaming at me saying, well, it's not my product. My product will never do the same thing as this. Your product will do the same thing as this. Why? It's gray. If it's gray, it's nay. That's what it is. It's not going to work. You got to show, if you have a gray screen out there that can produce a 100% contrast level being gray, and it can produce proper color balance, and you need to show people this. Because that's like somebody saying, when we show up a black screen, well, any black screen can do that. I can do the same thing with black paint, black fabric, black film. No, you can't, because we did all those tests already. So we can back it up. Our stuff is different from any other black paint, films, fabrics, micro mesh, plastics, you name it, we've done it. So with that being the case, we even made 3 other black paints, literally, and they still didn't match our stuff. We let people, I'm going to post up on the Black vs. Black demonstration. I'm going to post the videos. We let this fellow, Jamie, make our paints. And he failed. That's going to go on the black on black list. And it's going to go on the bottom of the list we have. But that's a very important one right there. That's when we let someone, we gave them permission to make our product. And they failed twice. Twice they failed. We definitely got to have those up there. That's very important. I'm going to find those in the archives and put them up there. We're definitely going to categorize those in a special box so you can see how special those are. I am still waiting for my black paint. Yes, we asked for this a long time ago. I literally have to set up a certified letter. A certified letter is going up. It's going up. We have a certified letter coming up and another certified letter coming up to him, basically because he made some statements on YouTube, so we're asking him to back it up in court. So that's what the letters are for. There's a few of them that are going up there to him. Now they get denied and it gets sent back to us. Well, then you know at the end of the day, he can't back up what he stated on YouTube. So you know what that stands for. Process server. Yeah, we're going to have to send one to his front door. Excuse me, we gave him the opportunity. These are way better than crease and decease orders. They're way better. A crease and decease order, or however you want to put it, basically, somebody said, you know how to say it right. Oh, yeah. It's called crease and decease order. And keep in mind, I have attorneys who sent one out. So, yeah, I think I would know what I'm doing. But anyway, so we sent one of these up to him. And with that one, basically just states and tells you that, look, you got to back it down at the end of the day, or we're going to sue you. That's all they are. They warn you that this is about to happen to you. What we send up is much worse. What we send up is, hey, you better back this up on YouTube. You better back this up in court right now. Or if you don't, we're going to come back with a process server and we're going to hit you in federal court. And federal court means we can get you jail time. We get you jail time in civil court. But in federal court, we can get you a lot of jail time and bigger lawsuits. So that's what that letter stands for. So it means that you're literally going to have to go into a courtroom and back up a statement that you made against their company. There you go. Now they've gotten the full effect of the understanding of it all. Yes, that's what it stands for. If you get a letter, that's what they stand for. We don't send out crease and decease notices anymore. You get one of those letters up there. My lawyer was cracking and said, that's a good idea. Because Lisa just nips it in the butt, and they got the option to back up their claim, take it in court, and give you the option to do this. If you're bold enough to go on YouTube and make a statement you can't back up, then you should be man enough to sign that document and see us in court. You can't back that up, and that letter never comes back to us within the 3-day time period. That literally tells my lawyers, and that's at the end of the day, that we already know you can't back it up, but you admitted it that you can't back this up. So that's it. That's the end of that. All right, let's get back to burning your money at the end of the day. So only people get offended by that statement and leave the room are the individuals that know they have to go to court to back up something that they darn well know they can't back up. That's a scary thought. You know, that's a very scary thought. But anyway, let's talk about this product here. Now, this product is the Refusal. Why we call it the Refusal? Again, we basically made this paint that the biggest talker in gray paints is this fellow by Crow 1176. We got to put you in there, buddy. Get mad at the end of the day about, hey, why you keep, because it's your product. You know, one point, it's interesting how people who have a so-called business want to be known for everything. And then when they're caught and busted, they don't want to be known for everything, if you know what I mean. But anyway, this is called a Refusal. It's a paint that basically talked a whole lot of nonsense, claiming that it could do all these special things, and it clearly can't do any of those special things whatsoever. So there was actually several tutorial videos. There was more than just that one. There was a bunch of them that he was, at one point when he first started out, he was giving paints away for free. So, long story short, one of the videos got copied. That was sent to us. Someone sent it to us. That's how we got our hands on it. I was like, oh shoot, wait, this is how he makes his product? This is regular black and white paint. This is like, everybody makes it this way. Yeah, but he tried to make it sound special. Now, if you take a screen paint that was developed way back in 10 years ago, and you introduce it to a more high performance projector like we have now, you'll see a difference in what you see back then. Why? Because it's using a more high powered projector. That's why. Now, to prove that theory, we literally had a, I'm going to find that one, that challenge. The challenge was a 1-year swap out. I had a 5000 Lemon Chrissy 1920 by 1200 WXGA projector and swapped it out for a 600 by 800 720p SVGA of ViewSonic. And my projector wasn't an ultra short throw. My projector sat 18 feet from a screen that sat in a bay of windows at 126 inches. So my screen was bigger than yours, because yours is 100. Yours was sitting on a projector that was roughly about a foot away from the screen. I was 18 feet from my screen, and you were tucked away in a dark corner with a door that didn't even touch the screen, nor window, and my screen was sitting in a bay of windows at 126 where you were at 100. You literally had the vantage point on so many levels it wasn't even funny, and still failed. And did he do the demonstration for 1 year? Oh, heck no. You can't swap that thing out for like a 600 by 800. It's a screen will suffer horribly. You will see stuff on there. Yeah, this is what customers pick up. And then every customer is going to go out and spend $3,300 for a machine. So at the end of the day, the gray screen is going to cost you more money. Because even the person who was doing the demonstration himself had to use an expensive projector to get that thing to work. And keep in mind, he was calibrating the machine on top of that, because he was saying, hey, some calibration is important. No. Calibration is important when your screen doesn't work. That's when you have to have calibration. We don't have calibration here at all. My projectors are never calibrated. So, is the gray screen cost you more money? It does. We got 10,000 to 1 contrast on this projector. As you can see, the simple Sony menu can't read at 10,000 to 1. So at 10,000 to 1, how much more money is it going to cost us to spend more money for a higher, inkier contrast level to read? Now, quite frankly, you can go 2 million to 1. It still won't work because people own those projectors. I've never seen any of them. None of the influencers. I'm going to check again today. I've never seen any of the influencers. I've never seen anyone interviewing that projector show me what a 2 million to 1 does on that machine. Show me a demonstration. I want to see fully lit environment. I don't want to see low light here, little light there. I want to see full lit. I want that background, that wall to be well lit. Show me what it does. Nobody won't show me. Oh, wait. One person did it. And he wasn't doing a review. He just popped it open and turned it on. And its screen just was not there. 2 million to 1 was not even there. So, is everybody lying on that one? How many people told the truth about the P2 projector being able to operate at a 2 million to 1? Jamie has a ton of demonstrations in dark environments, including the woman with the black makeup. You got 2 million to 1, and here it is. You have no distance throw. You are literally 3,000 lumens at a foot, and you mean to tell me you can't fire up that environment well lit? Heck, you can't even take it outside. So you're not saving any money. He says saving you hundreds. You're not saving hundreds. You're spending thousands to fix that mess. He had spent thousands of dollars. You know, you wouldn't go to an accountant to help you out with your finances if he basically had to file for Chapter 11 26 times. Did that sound like somebody you want to trust with your portfolio at the end of the day, who's hit Chapter 11 26 times? I don't think so. What about a lawyer? Go to a lawyer. He's lost every single case, even the ones he has substantial evidence about. He's still, is somebody going to take the chance? No. There's no way in the world you're going to take that chance. So why in the world would you trust someone that's going to tell you they're saving you hundreds and they just spent thousands of dollars for a projector? How much do our projectors cost? At one point, I had it at $500. At this point, we got it under $200. I'm going to show you we're going to do a slideshow on some of my customers' outside demonstrations. We'll put down better than those who make product, because my customers' demonstrations are better than those who make products. Anyway, as I said before, this is going to cost you more money. It's going to inconvenience you. Oh, inconvenience is definitely going to be there, because again, you got to be in a dark environment. Mine, we're only 6,000 on the screen right now, and we're not reading anything. I love the little Christmas lights that they put in the background behind the back of the screen to try to make it seem like it's well lit. Those are the halo lights we like to use. They don't use those. They use a different one. We use warm. We use cold fusions. We use warm. Warms are kind of a little bit of a brownish look to it. That's what they look like. But they stick them behind the back of the screen. They stick them underneath the cabinets. And they go, look, area's well lit. It's well lit. I remember seeing a demonstration. I'm going to find this demonstration. I'm going to track it down in my archives. It was one of the most pitiful things I've ever seen on someone trying to back a product up being ambient light rejection, but yet it's not ambient light rejection. And that apartment literally was so dark that I don't know what they were going for, but they try to put lights in the environment and say, hey, it's a daytime projection screen. And the thing about it is, when you're doing dirty stuff at the end of the day, that stuff comes out in the light. Everybody will see it sooner or later for what it does. Sure enough, in the panorama view, when he was moving the camera around, I looked at the peephole. The peephole had a beam of white light pushing through it, which means it wasn't at nighttime, which he was trying to fool you to make you believe. It was actually in the daytime. Because when he tried to bring the camera back, I caught it in slow motion. I caught the peephole showing this bright light, which means it was 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and over by the windows, you can see the light pushing around the windows, even though he tried to hide it. That's how much you're losing from your great screen. So my QE2, $40 projector, which my customers who buy the black technology will spend $40, And customers who buy the same projector with the gray screen, well, you don't get anything. Look at that massive difference. You get nothing. Mind you, the light. I'm going to show you something real quick. Move on. See my lights? The light's more on my side. See right here? On this side, we don't have the lights on this side. There's no lights here. See that? No lights there. So the gray screen has no lights. We have all the lights. Let me shrink this down a little bit. Let's see if we can go back a little bit. There we go. So right here, we have 6,000 here. Some of that's in that gray screen. But on that side, it's darker. So the gray screen on its side, that somebody said, well, you probably got lights on that one side. You know what? This is the part that gets me at the end of the day. Have you seen me outside? Literally. That's what it kills me when I get people saying, oh, you just do it. Have you seen me outside? Tell me where we can control light outside. At 100 to 120,000 lux, at 50 to 300 lumens. Explain to me how that one even works. This is when I get people coming, oh, you don't know gain at the end of the day. Explain that to me. We never hear back from them ever again. This is when you get that, you got mail, and this thing just crashes. Yeah, they can't even explain it. Tell me how that one works. Oh, please don't ask for that one on challenges in a courtroom. Those are nasty, nasty lawsuits. Don't even bother going there. Don't even think about it. Stick to the paints. That's what you stick to. Because those lawsuits are hefty. They're very, very hefty lawsuits. You see one of them, it's a good chance. You better hope you got a defibrillator laying around in your apartment or home, because someone's going to have to use it to bring you back when you see how much money we're going to hit you with a lawsuit for basically making a false statement about that technology. But there you go, gray screen. That's pretty much all you're getting. Come on, man. How are you going to make my projector work? If I get your paint down here and I do this demonstration, matter of fact, I'll take you on site. I'll take you to a commercial environment, and you tell me how, this is commercial, but I want to take you somewhere outside the zone, way out there. I'm going to take you to a whole area where you would make that statement that this product would work. We'll take you out there. I'll choose the building. I'll say, hey, look, I'll send you an email. I'll post the email and everybody can see it. Can it work in this building right here? Are you guaranteeing me this product that you're selling is going to work in that building? That's a big blast right there. That's the big blast. So we put you on heavy blast. That's heavy blast for us. We'll pick a building. You tell me if you can work in there. You will not get any special projectors, no darkening. You'll get none of that. Whatever lighting's in there, you're going to have to deal with it. That's the way it's supposed to be. So, question, can you work in that building? And I'll post emails on the conversation we're having back and forth. I'll let you know ahead of time when I'm from the door that all emails that we talk to you back and forth will be posted. This is with companies. Or anybody, not companies, this is where people make these fake products at the end of these fake phony products. Never customers. Only people make fake phony products. I will basically point a building out to you. You tell me in an email whether or not you work there. And I don't want to hear calibrating. I don't want to hear dark environments. I don't want to hear high-end projectors. You use the projector we're using, and that's it. So you want pressure? We can give you pressure. Pressure we have now is nothing. I can give you pressure way beyond that. Does your product work there? I'm going to ask you questions. Like any other person's going to ask you that question. It's not a hard question. Can you work there? Like my office. Can you work in here? We're 24,000. I can turn the lights on. We'll hit 24,000 here. Will your product work in my environment at 300 lumens? And no, you can't advise me to buy an expensive projector. We're not doing that. You can't advise me to darken the environment. No. And you can't advise me to calibrate. I won't do any of those. So how are we going to do this? All right, let's fire the lights up. We call them the saucers. Let's bring in the big boy lights. Mind you, when we do this on other screens, we have halo systems attached to it. Let's see what you got here. Oop, lights out. Now, question. Your screen is gone. It's not even there. Look at it up close and personal. Look at that. So this is the question I'm going to ask. When I come to your company and email you, all emails will be exposed to the public. Everybody should see everything. Why should anything be hidden? That's why when we do all our tests are done live. Everybody sees all the tests we do. The only test we can't do live is when we're out there because Wi-Fi won't read. We can't pick up. We have to do a whole system. I should have we have to do the whole system how to get screens to operate. But again, like I said, anybody we got that contract there. Anybody wants to take us to court and say, hey, if he's not doing this, you're more than welcome. You just got to pay me $1 million if you mess up. That's all. Nobody wants to sign them. So with that being said, how are you going to work in my environment? Great screen. What I'm getting at here in these videos, some of you get a little emotional, and I see you in your channel getting emotional. You're doing too much. This is why you're in trouble now. When 8 o'clock hits, I have to make some very important phone calls to some very interesting people to get some other people taken away, get them taken care of. So that will come from being too emotional. Simple question. What are you selling to the customer? What is the customer really getting from you? What kind of smoke and mirrors you got going on in your environment that make the customer think that they're getting something that you technically know deep down inside you don't have? What are you selling them? These are questions that the lawyer, my lawyer especially, is going to be drilling you in court about. And you're going to have to answer these questions. You're under oath. You can't lie up there. So when these questions come up in court, how are you going to handle this situation? What are you selling to the customers? And this is what they get mad about. I don't see anybody, when I go look for screen paints, and I go to your YouTube channel, I know what to type in, what to look for. I don't see anything coming up. I've done this multiple times. I've gone to people's channels and typed up distance throw test, not there. Contrast level test, not there. Fully lit environment with contrast test. Lights off with contrast, not there, not there. Pico projectors, not there. Ultra short throw projector test, especially with certified, not even there. All you have on your channel is how to calibrate your projector. How to calibrate your projector. The best lighting to use in your environment to get the best performance. Blah, 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 blah. Cheat, 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 cheat. What about a color pattern with a paint that matches your product, what you call versus? The versus is basically you have to take another paint, multiple paints, and see which one of those paints produces better contrast and better color overall than your paint. You have to do that demonstration at 16 feet back. We've done that multiple times. At 1,000 lumens, you have to be able to read. And you have to do that on a screen that's going, when it pops up, it has to pull a better color level than white, and it has to pull a better contrast level and color levels than your product itself. I did this with a black paint. When we put black paint again with black paint and white paint against our screen. When we show a color level, our screen has produced a better, richer color. Can't fade in and wash out like the white screen. And then when it comes to the black paint, it has to be to overpower the black paint, which is called a black versus black test, which you're supposed to have done. Now, if you don't do any of these tests and none of these tests are done, how are you selling this product to begin with? And if you're telling the customers at the end of the day, well, if you want to basically improve your screen's performance, dark environment or ambient light controlled environment, that's conveniencing the customer at the end of the day, because now I got to turn my living room into a medieval dungeon. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to open up my windows and watch the birds fly by. Why can't I do that on your product? Yeah, it doesn't work. Calibrating. You want me to calibrate a machine that has a ton of colors attached to it? These projectors have amazing amount of colors. On top of that, you can't even read the dark colors. So how would that even work? How are you going to pick up 1.7 billion colors like the P2 picks up, but you can't pick up the color levels? So you mean to tell me I just spent $3,300 or more for a projector that I literally got to sit back and calibrate, stick in a dark environment, and it can't even read dark colors? That's not going to cost me more money, and more money I'm not even going to utilize the correct way. That's not saving. That's actually burning your money at the end of the day. What if I want to use a long throw? If you're constantly using ultra short throws in your demonstration, you have a shorter distance throw, which means that your image is going to pull up a little bit better than what I'm going to be able to read if I'm at a long throw, which the customer went through in a soccer game because its projector was sitting farther back than its P2, and when that image went to go across, it made contact with the screen, and the screen, boop, disappeared. On top of that, the size of the screen. This is why we have demonstrations of massive sizes, including bigger sizes outside of projectors of 720p. The demonstration you just saw, the 250s, they were all done on $270 Christie LW401s. That's a 720p unit. Outside, we use that a screen size at 250 inches. So if you notice when he does demonstrations on 100 inches, and it just stays there at 100 inches always. It never fluctuates, it never changes, it never goes outside, it's always the same thing. When he expands it to a much larger size, the screen suffers. That's why you never see him do larger screens. You never see him outside doing 180 inch a day, 150 inch a day. You'll never see that. Great screen won't be to read that. You got way too much light making contact with the screen. It's too exposed. It's way out in the open. So all this, when you want to use these screens outside, you're going to spend so much money for your venue projector to get that thing to work. And keep in mind, it's still not going to work because the venue projector is giving off light. This is light that's added to a screen that's already stressed out from the light that's around it. These things are impossible to run outside. It's going to cost you more money inside too also. Because now, if you notice, everyone who owns one of these screens has a high-end projector. But that's the only way we can get that thing to work, with the lights out. Now with the lights on. Let's use basically our basic normal lighting. Take these out. We still have full lighting here. I just clicked off. You've seen the lights adjust. You fluctuate them back and forth. This is one of the things you're going to have on display. We're going to have these screens up there. It's 150 inches on display. And the lights are designed to change back and forth. Lights brighter, lights lower, back and forth. So you can see exactly when that starts, the light starts to transition. You have transition of color, transition of contrast. When contrast transitions back and forth to either lighter or darker, can the screen read it? Can it pick it up? When it's transferring from color to light colors to dark colors, can it pick it up? When it goes to a full transformation, which means when it goes to light colors, transfers over to heavy contrast, transfers over to colors, or is that it's a screen, it's a projector being able to follow with the screen? It can. So what excuse are they giving you at the end of the day? What do you have to do to get this to work? Oh, you're gonna go through the loops and barrels and jumps over hurdles and all that stuff. You're gonna be doing the acrobat dance. That's what we're doing. And they're DJing your lights, trying to get the lights just right. Yeah, that nonsense. Who wants to go through that headache? So, for this individual, for his paint, again, if you feel, and please don't get emotional on me. I really don't have time for the emotional. Crying and all that. If you're going to get emotional, mind you, anytime you get emotional, those tapes and whatever you do are documented because they're going to be used against you in court when you challenge your company. If you want on the channel ranting and carrying on your product works, and guess what? When courtroom, you better be able to back up what you said on camera. Because they're being documented. All his stuff is documented. It's being documented left and right. Anything he posts is being documented and recorded. Because we catch him on camera ranting about these videos. When he goes into court, he got enough problems already. When he goes into court, he's going to have to back up that he believed 100% the screen was reading black. And if it wasn't reading black, that means, buddy, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. That's a massive amount of consumer fraud you're going to have to be clean up. Your stuff doesn't work. I don't know where in the world he got this freaking delusion of grandeur, brainwash nonsense. It doesn't work. Now, for those people that say, well, how do you know it doesn't work? We had tons of this paint. I got cancellations, you name it, we got it on them. This stuff right here, this is, we call it the refusal. For those you don't know, we shipped it back his own paint. We made it off his own tutorial video for free. So bottom line is, this is the part that's going to hurt the most for those of you who bought this stuff. And this is going to hurt pretty bad, all right? Get yourself a pillow and get ready to scream. Your product was made basically out of $11 worth of hobby paint. So that means that the paint that you were on YouTube talking about how it has a refined and beautiful image, we made it from hobby paint. We sent that back to him using his own tutorial video. Nothing, we made his own video and he sent it back to us. So that means when you went out there and you talked about how amazing this product was, even he can't back his own product up. So how are you backing up something that he can't? Even worse, you paid like, some of y'all paid 60, some of y'all paid 85, some of y'all paid 90 for a product we made with $11. He made for around 40 bucks. Now the theory was that black and white paint challenge, which we've been trying to get him to do for many years, is that the black and white paint would have matched all his other paints, which I did in the demonstration. I matched the personal mix, which I paid for. So that means that the challenge we gave him, that we felt in theory, because I've had the Cinemax, I've had the Metallica mix, we had a customer ship that to us, we couldn't tamper with it, all that matched, including with the network grade 773. So my theory was, on our end, we already did the test already. Here you go, you do the test, prove me wrong. And that's what that paint was supposed to do. It was supposed to prove us wrong that the statements that we made on that product, that they did not match, and his product probably did something different. We gave him the opportunity to back it up. That's what happens when we send a certified letter to your front door, or we send a package to your front door, and we're requesting you, hey, prove me wrong. That's all you need to do, is just prove Mr. Bird wrong. That's it, back it up. You send a package back to us, that is the biggest mistake you just made in your life. Because now we have it 100%. Tracking numbers are always posted, so anyone can actually see the tracking numbers. You can literally see the refusal of the package coming back, being denied. You don't want you to do it. So if that's the case, that means the statement we made on camera by saying that all his stuff would match, this mixture, was true. So again, when he contacted me and told me he was going to sue me and take me to court, blah, 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 buddy, how are you going to take me to court? You refused your own paint. You sent it back to us. So guess what that means at the end of the day? That means everything we just said was true. Good luck backing that one up in court. Judge is going to laugh you out of court. I'm like, get out of my courtroom. Anyway, now, getting back to other great paints and screens, you all do the same thing. Your screen's gray. I don't care if you have ambient light projection on your screen. I don't care if you got something called UFO, Mind Bender, Blender, Defender. I don't care what you got on there. If your screen is gray, it's nay. That's what it is. It doesn't work. You can email me all you want. You can sit there and say at the end of the day, you're definitely wrong, Mr. Bird. My paint's different. No, it's not different. Your paint is the same. Hey, look, if you want, I can give you the ingredients to this. You want to know a challenge? I got a challenge for you. I know the ingredients to this. I'll have it, make it, post it. You tell me at the end of the day. You make it yourself. Put the video below. As a matter of fact, I can put you on Harder Blast. I'll basically put a link on my website, a little page for you, for all you great paint makers out there. All you got to do is post below. I'll put a little area we can post your videos right there, and everybody can come and see what you're doing, if you're doing it or not. Don't forget, you got to do a YouTube live stream. You willing to take that challenge? I can make an apple barrel blend. You really want to take that challenge? Any screen paint, network grade 773, Sherman ones, you name it. I can make a blend out of all of them. And if you ever want to sit there and take me to court and say, well, Mr. Bird, what do you know about grade screen paints? You really want to open that Pandora box. You might want to leave that one closed. Because I have a track record that goes a mile long before you were ever existing on YouTube on what my skill level was in grade paints. So that box, you might want to slide that to the left and just leave that one alone, because that'll get you hurt in court. I'm more experienced than you. The only one can pretty much say at the end of the day that they was Goose Screen, because Goose Screen was out way before I was. That's how I found out about the paint. I found it from Goose Screen. They were on way before us. So with that being said, no, you can't say that. But still, it is what it is. Your product is outdated. It's an outdated product. And it costs the customers more money. Tell me how you're saving money. Where you're saving it at. My projector versus yours. How much money you spend versus how much money I spend. What about the environment? How much light do I use in my environment compared to your environment? You calibrate. We don't. We don't require it. We don't need it. So, how am I saving any money? How am I saving any time? I'm not. I'm spending more money to fix your projector. Your screen. I'm spending more money. How are you saving me any money? How come, big question, the Q2 can't work on your screen? What's going on? If you're going to sit there and advise me to spend more money for a projector, you lost that battle already. So when we go to court, I'm going to bring my Q2 projector. And you're going to explain to me on my QE2 why in the world it's not working on your screen. How do we fix this mess? Anybody. I don't care who you are, what company you are. If you make a gray screen, it doesn't work. And I want people to think it's just him. It isn't just him. It's not. Trust me, it's not. I've tested a lot of stuff. A lot of people that base at the end of the day, you really couldn't tell the difference between that and something you slide off a shelf. You really couldn't tell. You want to tell me I'm wrong? Well, if you're going to tell me I'm wrong at the end of the day, show me the test. I want to see the test before you sold that product. But that's what's going to come up. That's how we're going to challenge you in court. Show me the test before you sold that product. Or you're telling me in the courts at the end of the day that you engineered something, made it, and never tested it. So how do you troubleshoot that? How does that even, oh, I see how you troubleshoot it. Let's spend more money for a projector to fix it, more money, on top of the more money you already spent. And then the projector we spend more money on, let's calibrate that machine, because it doesn't work at all. The colors don't pick up correctly. And then because the environment is going to affect the screen, let's use some more ambient light controlled environments. More ambient controlled lights. Gee whiz Louise, man. It's like watching a dog chase its tail. It's the same thing. Look at the demonstrations from the P1 versus the demonstration from the P2. Nothing wrong with the projector. Projector was perfectly fine, so never blame the projector. Look at the environment they have in it. It's the same thing. It's literally the same environment. The LGs, the Samsungs, all of them. Same exact dark environment. This one's different. This projector right here has the 2,000,001 contrast. That's 1.7 billion colors. That's an outstanding projector. Yeah, but you're still in the same dark environment. You realize that for the influencer. You made the same video in the same dark environment. The same thing, the same video. Different projector, dark environment. Different projector, dark environment. I couldn't care less if it has a 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million. I couldn't care if it had 16 billion colors. We are still in the same environment. Why? So these high-end projection companies keep making more and more advanced projectors, and you guys still use the same gray screens. But this one has ambient light rejection. Oh, funny, but you can't use it in the ambient light rejection environment because your colors will wash out. When I get done on my business, today we're going to talk about certified gray, because we have it here. We have certified gray, parallax. Certified gray, I have several samples of it. Let's see if that reads a contrast level. It's an ambient light rejection technology too. And hopefully today, when you reach blue screen, you get some blue screen samples down here, because I really like to get some blue screen samples down here. You'll probably watch my video like, oh, heck no. That guy contacts anything that sounds like his voice, I'll give him jack. I can get it. I'll still be able to get it. I'll send somebody else to get it for me. Yeah, that's pretty messed up. When I literally have to send other people to pick up stuff that they can't send to us because they know we test their stuff, test your stuff. That's why none of these companies will ever sponsor us. You know why? Because again, I'll put your stuff to the grinder. There's no way in the world I'm gonna sit there on camera and take some money from you and go, oh yeah, I'll pad this. I ain't padded jack. I'm about to strip that thing down. I want to see if it actually really works. Ain't no way in the world I'm gonna put my name behind something at the end of the day that doesn't work. So you can forget about sending me projectors and all that stuff. The only company I say at the end of the day, actually Epson makes a good projector. Epson, that projector, God, I paid $16.25. That projector is gorgeous on our technology. It doesn't work for jack on a gray screen at all. We'll do some demonstrations on the Epson $16.25 projector. It doesn't work on a gray screen for jack or Jill or anybody else coming down that freaking hill. Epson does not work on those screens. We had all types of projectors. Chrissy's definitely do not run. Sony's, none of them run. None of them run. None of them run. When we get all this stuff set up, I want to put in a Lazy Susan of projectors. So that way, when this thing turns, it's going to be on a battery pack unit. So when it turns. Each projector can hit that screen. Or we do a multiple screen setup. I've done that before. And none of them work on gray and white screens. So you're sitting home with a gray screen. You're sitting home with a white screen. You know what you might as well do? Go cut your projector in half. That's what you do. Cut it in half. You only have half a machine anyway. That's like you go to the store and buy a projector, pay for the whole full thing, pop it up, take it out of the box, only half of it's in there. Like, wait a minute, I paid for a whole projector here. Well, I only got half a machine. You contact the manufacturer, like, hey, I have half a projector. What's going on? It's like, what color is your screen? It's white. You don't even need that. You don't need all that. It's a waste of money. They give you less. You get a little piece. They cut you a little piece like this. You get a little piece. That's all you get. This little piece right here, this is all you're going to get right there. Gray screen, you're going to get about that much right there. That's what you're going to get. That's all you're going to get. What's the point of having all those bells and whistles and you can't even use it? Anybody want to discuss that one? Let me explain it to you crystal clear. That projector has a 10,000 to 1 contrast. How much of the 10,000 to 1 contrast am I able to use right now? How much? On the gray screen. How much am I getting out of this? 10,000 to 1 is useless on our screens because our screens are black. So we just turn that off. But how much of that am I getting right now? I paid for it. They didn't give me that 10,000 to 1 for free. I paid for that. So how much of that am I able to utilize on my screen? There you go. Answer question with question. Now you say, well, Mr. Burr, your channel. No. I'm gonna tell you something. You got a YouTube channel, right? You show me. You show me on your YouTube channel. Post your real channel. Don't be a coward and give me fake channels. I hate them fake channels. That's you guys being cowards at the end of the day. Right? Show me your real channel. I'll go in there and I'll check out your video. Mine, you messed up, you're going on blast. Mine, I'm not just tied to YouTube. I'm tied to multiple forum sites, which means your channel will be on blast. So, can you back the claim up? And if you feel you can back it up, we'll send you a little contract, a little document too. On top of that, you sign it and see it's in court. Now, if this bothers you, and it bothers them, people, when we make that statement to them, it bothers them. You know why? Because they can't back it up. So if you can't back it up, what are you selling to your customers? That means that falls in the line of consumer fraud. You can't back something up that you're selling, it falls in the line of consumer fraud. So which one is it going to be? Sign the contract, meet us in court, get hit with $1 million, or bottom line is deny it, can't back it up, get taken to court for consumer fraud, and get sent to jail. Because you sold your customers something that you can't back up. Now, I think the customers out there are not bothered by that. You guys want to make it sound. You come on my channel with these fake customers saying, oh, I would. What customer in their right mind is going to sit there and say that I want an untested product, I want to spend a whole lot of money for, and I'm looking forward to burning my money at the end of the day of getting something that doesn't even work? I've never met a customer like that, ever. I've never met one. So that's not the customer getting upset. That's people who make the product because you can't back it up. Say nay to gray. Now people are saying, well, I seen black paints too. I scoured the internet. I searched for everything. Black paints, you don't have enough testing. I go to y'all channel, y'all never have enough testing. Oh my goodness, this is freaking nightmare. Where are your black versus black tests at? I went through that mess with that Series C crap. See what that turned into, right? An absolute, complete, utter nightmare. Guy couldn't even back up his products at all, period. Mind you, $700 worth of canceled orders were sent back to our account. And then he canceled out 12 million people out of the state of Pennsylvania. He's literally missing 10 states in his shopping carts. Because people have been challenging, they've been contacting him and saying, hey, look, I'm buying this for Mr. Bird. All you got to do is mention my name and he'll cancel it. Some black paint, huh? Oh, yeah, it's supposed to be the ultimate black paint. They bragged about it so much. I got so many emails on that. Them telling me that, oh, this paint's going to put you out of business. Man, I was making this. I'm the inventor of black technology. I was making this stuff way before Partey ever existed on a YouTube channel to begin with. Can't explain to me. How are you going to talk to me about game? I operate in sunlight. And he had a nerve to get on camera and say, I know nothing about game, Mr. Philosophy. Yeah, I'm going to have a great time with you in court. I can't wait to get you into a courtroom. It's going to be great. The range gain nonsense, posted my face without my permission. That's going to cost him a lot of money. Yeah, it's going to be a bad day for him. But that gain range, oh, that's really going to hurt. I'll tell you what hurt. A person like that who has a lot of pride at the end of the day, when you had to give me back my money, that had to hurt. Again, $700 had to return back to my account. Mind you, because you can't sell us a product. It doesn't work. That's why he could hit to make sure we never could get our hands on it. He was scared to death for us to get our hands on it. And that guy that did that interview for that paint, I wonder if he'll send me over whatever's left. But no, we can't do that. We need sealed containers. They have to be sealed. That way we're not accused of tampering with it. Anyway, that's the reason why he posted on his channel. He's being harassed. He was not being harassed. People were contacting him and telling him they were buying the paint for us. That's why there's 10 states missing. I don't know what went on with Maryland. That's between him and the other guy. But I know for a fact that, yeah, they were telling me, people were saying, yeah, you canceled my state. I got family in Texas. And they even told me you canceled them. In Texas, it's not up there. So, for the philosopher who talked all this nonsense, they got sneakers on a horse, yes they do. For the philosopher who talked all this nonsense about being this great philosopher and all knowing all these things about the science of gain, you can't even back your stuff up. Yet we go outside and we play in the sun. Yep. Whatever's in the dark comes out in the light. These people are going to cost y'all so much money. How many people bought that bloody mess at the end of the day and ended up with a screen? I saw a couple customers that were very upset with it. Bloody, it's I don't know what. Spotted. You can see where the paint didn't mix well. It was awful. It's like somebody throwing ink on a white t-shirt. Didn't even blend in correctly. It was just spotted. So, that fire burning, that's literally what you just did with your money if you bought a gray screen. Now, the hard part about it is, those of you who spent money for certified gray is even worse. Because you spent $3,000 for that stuff. That stuff can be like $2,000, $3,000, $800. That's a lot of money to spend for a screen. Then you went out and you turned around and bought this beefy projector to fix it, and then I stumbled upon your YouTube channel, and I see your videos, you're stuck in a dark environment. Your screen looks absolutely horrible, because I can see your screens, all your imperfections in your screen. And this is where you see me type at the bottom, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you turn all your lights on and open up that window so we can see what it looks like with a contrast level? You'll see me posting on your channel soon. I usually don't engage. I don't engage now. I'm going to ask you a simple question. I'm put down challenge. You'll notice it's me because I'll type challenge underneath over it. Now, I told you I bumped into that one guy on a forum site over in Facebook. I bumped into him. He's the guy who did the videos where he had one little window open and a couple of lights in the corner. We're in an ambient light controlled environment. Plenty of light striking the screen. And I bumped into him. I was like, man, I watched your demonstration and they're phony. Now, I couldn't care less if you got 1 million followers. I don't care. That's the difference between me and people who basically are brown nosers and the people that are not brown nosers. Fernando got up there and talked about that projector, BAK something, OY, whatever that thing is called. It was a fantastic, it's an amazing projector. Man, we did an open unboxing. I think it was garbage. That was a garbage machine. Now, they work on light gray and white screens, unprofessional screens. You ever seen Black Diamond use one of those before? Elite screens? Any one of the big companies use it? You know why they don't touch those projectors? They're trash. That's why they don't touch them. You'll never see a Black Diamond. You'll never see any of these high-end performance screens, Elite screen, any one of them. DMP Supernova, Firehawk G4, you won't see any of them touch one of those projectors. They won't touch them. So if the big boys don't touch them, what does that tell you at the end of the day? We don't touch them. What does that tell you at the end of the day? They're trash. That's why. So, he saw that projector, and he thought there was an opportunity to cash in on that. Oh, it works on my product. Yeah, of course it works on your product. I can get any gray screen to work on a knockoff at the end of the day. That's easy to do. Because they're cheap white screens, cheap gray screens. Anything will pick up on that stuff. Only problem, the quality is going to be horrible. On my 600 by 800 720p SDGA 1000 lumen projector can overshadow that projector. For projectors claiming to have a 4800 lumen count, I can easily overshadow it at 1000. So how is that even possible? One of them was 15,000. I was able to overshadow it with 1,000 lumens. So how does that work? Something's wrong there. Whew. Now, for companies at the end of the day, you got it the worst. And I'll tell you why you got it the worst. Because you're in a commercial environment. You're in the same environment I'm in right now. Those of you at home, you don't sit in my environment. But the fact that I can thrive in here with no problem shows how advanced our technology is. Those in commercial environments, you won't have to hear that dumb nonsense in the day. Well, this is a special paint. There's no special about it. It's probably about some black and white paint with a little extra black in it to make it a little darker. Mind you, we got one of those before. It's not ambient light rejection, Kenny. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. This is a special paint right here. Now, let's say it's special. It's for only to be used for commercial environment only. Why do they hype it up that way? Because they need you. They need you to use it on a high-powered projector because they know that their white levels can't read on the darker mix that they made. So it requires 3,000. It requires 5,000. It requires, in commercial environments, a special paint right here. We need you to use it a minimum of 7,000 lumens. That way, they're guaranteed that that screen's going to read regardless. It may not be the best looking screen in the world, but at least it is going to pick up somewhere. That's why they tell you that. That's one of the biggest gimmicks in the world. And if you have a screen paint, this should work in any environment. This will work in commercial, this will work in home. It'll work outside, it'll work inside. It'll work on ultra short, work on that ultra short though. It'll work on venue. It'll work on no venue. It'll work on this. It'll work on that. My, guess what your paint's supposed to do. Let's just rip off the customer. Tell them a bunch of hoopla. At the end of the day, that's what we're going to do. Just lie to them. They'll believe anything. That's what they're probably saying behind camera, and you give them your money. We'll just tell them anything. They'll believe anything. My personal favorite is ultra short though compatible. House paint is ultra short though compatible. The only thing that's not ultra short though compatible is the certified screens that reflective materials, which means they sometimes can be plagued by ultra short throws. They have special screens for those. They're the only ones who have a compatibility issue with ultra short throws. That's why they have screens customized ultra short throw for those particular type of projectors to work on them. A screen paint should never have that issue. Yours is a quality level. That's what you worry about. Because that black screen can read 100% contrast. You can't pick it up, which means it becomes a quality level, not a compatibility level. That's why people give that. It's compatible with ultra short throw. It's all compatible with ultra short throw. It's what quality you're going to get out of that. What is your quantity level going to be? That's when we come on here and we have these detailed conversations. We don't come here with a bunch of hoofla, puffla, and nonsense. And then they talk about, oh, look at the color levels, look at the blend. Man, you don't stop that nonsense at the end of the day. Explain it to me. Explain it to me. I don't want to hear all that mumbo jumbo fluff. Explain to me what is going on in this video. Fluffy, man. Nothing but extra fluffy. Now, you know what? When I used to put up a white surface all the time, I used to get people like, you know, it's not the same as a white projection screen. Oh, don't challenge us in the day. You know how we like to challenge stuff in the day. That's the worst thing you want to do is give Mr. Bird a challenge. Because, you know, we do stuff at the end of the day. We do your challenge, turn around and make it harder for us and crush it and turn around and throw it right back at you. Because we do stuff like that. Like the guy who came in a long time ago and said, hey, what's the difference between your product and black paint? That was the biggest mistake they made of their ever life. Ever since then, we've been taunting them with that one. Oh, really? Okay, let's go. Challenge accepted. How many demonstrations did I do on that? Multiple massive demonstrations on that. I didn't turn around and put matching betters on every single one, so now you do it. Not that easy, was it, Fernando? Tried it yourself, didn't you? Failed, didn't you? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You matched that paint perfectly. Yellowish tone, my foot. Yeah, I'll put you on that 15%er back there. I'll show you what yellowish tone looks like. Those screens actually turn other screens different colors. Because they can't pick up the, it zaps their ability to be able to absorb light. It's like a vampire effect. Oh, that's white surface versus all technology. White screens cannot even back all technology. That's the most important thing. The widescreen, why? White screens are everywhere. They're literally everywhere. You walk into any place, just see white screen, white screen, white screen, white screen, white screen, white screen, white screen. Theory behind widescreen is the fact that let's buy a very expensive high-end projector to fix it. That's what they'll do. That's why anytime we walk into an environment, we see a widescreen, we already know it's going to be a cakewalk because the projector they're using there is far more powerful than what we're used to using, so a cakewalk for us. Oh my goodness, look at the difference in that. It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely crazy. For those you don't know me at the end of the day, you subscribed at the end of the day, this is what I like to do at the end of the day. I like to expose the fakers at the end of the day. We like to crush the competition. And then I can go outside today, which they can't. I literally did a demonstration. I did a demonstration here, like, you know what, I'm going outside. Poof was outside. Oh, that had to hurt. I know that had to hurt them so much. Don't ever mention ambient light rejection technology. Don't ever do that. And the biggest mistake you ever make in your life. I'll do a demonstration where I'll flip the screen and point up at the ceiling and come back and point down when we'll be outside. You don't want those, they're embarrassing. All right, I'm excited. I'm full of giddy, all kinds of giddy. Yes, I got new technology I'm going to be testing pretty soon. It's going to be designed this ultimate, insane screen of that. The ultimate, insane gaming projection screen using the new gamer visible in technology. It's absolutely insane. We're building a whole entire world in there. Yes. Meanwhile, we're going to keep coming back out here with these live demonstrations. I know. I said I was going to stop doing live. Naysayers got also happy about that. We do that just at the end of the day, just to crush you a little more. I know. When we say we're not going to do live, and they go, oh my God, he's going to do live? He's going to be gone for good. He's gone. No, we're never gone. Are you kidding me? I'm about to put you on the next level of exposure. That room we're building, those network cameras in there, my buddy's setting them, those things go worldwide. Anyone can log in and see this. And we're going to be advertising this room everywhere. And your screens are going to be in this nightmare. So you better have told the truth about that product, or you're in a lot of trouble. So if I were you guys, I'd go back to your channel and whatever you got set up and figure out exactly what type of shade of black you're picking up. Or sorry, you don't pick up black. What shade of gray you're picking up. You better fix that nonsense quick. And if you don't like what Mr. Bird says, I'll take you to court. That's all to it. So, like a modern day Robin Hood, ain't I? Yep. I told you I want to level the playing field. What did I say? I don't want to level the playing field anymore. I want to dig it up. Pave it over with something new. Our stuff at the end of the day. So, you have to back it up. And please, I hope you do challenge me in court. I'm going to have a field day in there. You see the stuff I do every day for fun? And you want to walk me into a courtroom? You remember that John on tab where you used to mention Beetlejuice over and over? Don't say, what's wrong with you? Why would you bring that guy in here? Yeah, that's literally what I would do to in that court. I would destroy you in a courtroom. I could back this stuff up any day of the week. Every place I go to is my YouTube channel. Everywhere. The outside. We own all that now. We can go anywhere we want to go. I did that in multiple videos. Did I just show you the demonstration where I show you we're here, we're over here, we're over there, we're over there at 300 lumens on a battery pack. That's what you're challenging at the end of the day. It certifies on Boy Mirrors. We can go anywhere we want to go. And AdTech Mind, that technology is 15%. At 100%, that thing is going to be mind-blowing. Do we have the ability to upgrade it to 100%? Oh, heck yes. Why we're not doing it? Because we're having fun at 15. We like the ability to do it. It's more of a challenge. It's funner. Anyway, with that being said, we got this clear and visible. We got so much stuff coming out right now. I got these people I got to contact because I'm going to be making a meeting up with them pretty soon for the advertising for our technology, which I'm so freaking excited about. I got some people I got to take care of today because you got in some trouble with our company, right? So we're going to basically seal that deal today, get that taken care of. You know who you are. You know what's about to happen to you. So it's happening today. We got to call out to them and start working on what we got to do from here. I got to bring lawyers in on this one because we got to sue their unit. Too much stuff. Too much stuff was done. Way too much stuff was done by this guy. So. Oh, did I show you? Did I have it here? I don't know if I have it with me. I don't know. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, here we go. I went to go see this yesterday. You like artwork? I love artwork. This was called Tiffany's Window. It was absolutely beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. This is the piece right there. Absolutely beautiful. I like this kind of stuff. It was actually stained glass. They took stained glass. It's from a church. It's from a church. And they took the pieces down bit by bit and they set it up in this environment. It's amazing. Beautiful stained glass. Gave me some ideas and stuff I want to develop next. Stained glass. I told you I want to get into visual arts and stuff like that. Stuff like that for basically for abstract arts and designs and stuff like that. Yeah. So I'm talking to some people about getting a piece in there. Oh, gorgeous. I love art. I love freaking art. I love it. All right, people. If you're those of you who are tired of getting ripped off, getting robbed by these people at the end of the day who claim to have these screen paints that actually work and technically they don't, reach out to us. Why suffer in the dark? Why be fooled into buying and calibrating your machines that, again, already have the capability to do what they're designed to do? This one does. This is an old projector. I had this projector 10 years ago. Did you know that? 10 years ago I had that projector. Get out of that dark, people. Welcome to light. Those are your gamers at the end of the day. Get that 100% black level that your technology, your gaming needs at the end of the day. I had somebody contact me and say, well, you got to be on a PS5. Oh my goodness, please stop it. Just stop, please. Stop it. Just because you get a PS5 doesn't make a difference that you're going to pick up 100% contrast. Don't start that one. That'll slam your lawsuit so quick it's not even funny. Sony might even hit you with that one. At the end of the day, like, you can't make false accusations about a product. We don't do that. Cyber. Go check out this Neon City real quick. I was like, get the freaking lights out. That tells you there, right there. Widescreen doesn't pick up jack. That's the best a gray screen can do for a white screen right now. And our technology overpowers both of them. So, you're tired of getting ripped off? Tired of turning on your lights and your screen washing out and your colors coming out with this ashy look to it? As we like to say on our channel, when you see an ashy screen, put the lotion on the screen. Anyway, you're tired of that nonsense, tired of getting these poor excuses after you buy the product, frustrated because you got to be in a dark environment. Let me tell you something. Those of you are married, those of you have girlfriends at the end of the day, and they take the time to decorate that environment, they're not going to be happy at the end of the day to turn their living room into a dark cave. They're not going to be satisfied with that at all, period. I've had this discussion with customers before, where basically they had me contact or talk to their wives about, hey, telling them, look, because they didn't believe them at the end of the day, so hey, I got no problem. And it works. I send it over to him, watch the videos and demonstrations, and now he can have that 120-inch screen to watch the game off, that big screen experience, and she can go in there and read her books or knit or whatever she wants to do in there. Just enjoy her environment. Because mind you, keep in mind, they take the time to decorate that. You know, the times that very few men want to be bothered with that part of the whole entire thing, you know? She decorates that whole entire thing. You might add a few pieces here and there, but the majority it's all her. And she takes the time out to add each piece in there to decorate that area just right. Because they can like to show off to their girlfriends when they come over, like, yeah, you know, I bought this thing. So that's a cute piece right there. They love that kind of stuff. You can't show that off if you're in a dark environment. You got this whole sacrifice feel going on in there. Like, you know what I mean? You're sitting like, okay, if I turn the lights on, you know what I mean? She can't enjoy her room, and I can't enjoy my screen. There you go. They ain't got to go through any of that nonsense. I bumped into a lot of couples like that. A lot of couples. When she saw the screen fires, like, you know, oh, okay, that's different. That's nice. The matter of fact, the woman who painted her entire wall, same thing. That's what they wanted. They wanted me to paint the whole entire wall and watch movies off of it. So with that being said, you don't give people those options. You cost them more money. So for my $40 projector I have here, my $40 QME2 with a 10,001 contrast, can't read on a white screen, can't read on a gray screen, only reads off my screen, what does that tell me at the end of the day? I don't have to spend any more money. I don't have to calibrate that thing. I don't have to worry about dark environments. Gray screen, white screen, man, I'm going to have to spend more money at the end of the day. I'm going to have to get a higher contrast over to fix that mess, and I'm still not going to be able to operate my environment yet. Got to ambient light control the environment. I don't want to do that. You're going to cost me more headache, more money. If you feel that I'm wrong in this demonstration, and you feel at the end of the day that your screen should be 100% contrast, don't require any form of calibration, and don't have to be in dark environments in order to operate, sign my contract, see you in court. I literally said that so much it's not even funny. It's literally going to go on a t-shirt one day. Sign my contract, I'll see you in court. I like it. Sign my contract, I'll see you in court, and I'll put your company's name right next to it. All the companies we told that to. Sign my contract, see you in court. Come on, people. Too much of this on camera, not enough of this. Sign it, let's get it in, let's get it done. Woo! I love having the most powerful technology on the planet. Yeah! I'm having a ball here, people. I'm having a lot of fun. All right, I got to meet up, talk to some people. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, we do this up close and personal. There's no high-end expensive projectors. None of that nonsense. We don't do that crap at the end of the day. There's no high-end 4K projectors. None of that. Basic projectors. That's all we're using here. Keep in mind, this projector cost me $40. It means it's going to cost you $40 to do the same thing I just did. I'm going to be posting in a few minutes our customer demonstrations, some of the ones that are outside showing off the screen. And at the bottom, it's going to say, our customers do demonstrations that people who make product can't. You like that? I like that. I like how that sounds. It's got a nice little ring to it. You can tell I'm not fazed by him. I'm not fazed by him at all. Literally at all, period. Man, I'll put it this way. If you even knew half of the stuff I'm working on, I've never shown on camera, you'd be terrified about right now. I don't know what's worse, what's going to hit you the hardest. That screen when we peak it at 100, that screen that absorbs sunlight at 100%, or what we have under the table. I have no idea what's going to hit you the hardest. I can tell you one thing, that literally with that technology that we have over here, that sun vision technology, when we have to take that into a booth, do you have any idea how booths have to be designed? You can't be in those booths this guy's in. It's too dark in there. Their booths are considered to be too dark for us. Our system has halo systems installed into it. It's a light system at 6,000K that sits in the screen as the projector pushes through it. We could do that demonstration outside if we want to, which I have to get out there and do that demonstration today. I haven't done that one yet. Let me see. Is all my stuff charged up? This is on the charge. That's charged. In fact, it's charged. I'll be outside to get that one done with the Halo system day. Don't want me to say that. But anyway, in our booths, we have Halo systems. These are installed in the screens. These things can be anywhere from 24,000 setups in there. And our projectors aren't high-powered machines. Oh, wait till you see what my projectors look like. They're going to be fun. I got a person coming to paint our projectors up. We're getting old machines, of course. Why not? And we're going to have big Band-Aids on them, action figures glued to them. They're going to be funny-looking, crazy-looking projectors. As a matter of fact, I might start working on one today. I'm going to start doing these crazy-looking projectors. I want my projectors to look that way. And the reason why, when we go to booths, I don't want people to take our stuff seriously. I love the doubters. I told you, I love that. I literally set up areas when people come in, I have the lights up automatically. Because I know when they come in, the first thing they're going to think is, oh man, this is another one of these videos, man. This guy's going to have us in here in the dark, looking at this mess. And we already came out of the dark. I want them to do that. I want them to have that doubt. So I can go, hey, buddy, can you do me a favor? Can you turn those lights on for me? I can't see in here. Boom, that screen comes on. You look at that screen. There you go, sold already. Bam! You got to know how to sell product, people. You got to know how to sell the product. That's one thing I love. I love to get out there. I like to talk. I have no problem being in front of a crowd of people. I know how to sell product. I trust my product 100%. When you can do that and you trust your product 100%, you got that confidence level, I can sell this stuff where I want. When Jamie sat there and said that, hey, he could even sell ice cream to an Eskimo. Jamie, I don't sell ice cream to an Eskimo. I sell the whole freaking factory. You understand? That's how I do things at the end of the day. Because I trust my product. I get it done. Forget one ice cream cone. I'm building an empire over there. Anyway, with that being said, I can't wait for this. This is going to be so much fun. Even more funner, watching the consumer buy a technology that's going to be super affordable. That's going to be the fun part. Oh, that put a bee in someone's bonnet at the end of the day. When we see people leave the room automatically, those are the people that are in the environment that are really upset because our technology is absolutely super awesome. And they know at the end of the day that our product is going to be so affordable that it's going to put your companies completely out of business. It is. Now, come on. How are you going to challenge a man at the end of the day? Basically, he's backed by God, number one. Number two, I have so much confidence in my product. I'm willing to sign contracts with money I don't even have and walk into courtrooms, which you can't do. People notice that. Even investors notice that. On top of that, we can back our technology on every level you can possibly think of. We even have to give ourselves challenges because we get bored. Because you guys aren't giving us anything at all. Literally just not giving nothing. Anyway. And with that being said, and then on top of that, we go into a showroom. These certifiers are feared to death because we pop into a showroom with that technology. My booth is going to look like a freaking baseball stadium in there compared to your dark environment. I'm literally going to have more light in that booth than they have in the outside area itself. You know what that's going to say to your screen if you're claiming to be ambient light rejection and you're next to one of those monsters at the end of the day? And then our projectors are going to look crazy. They're going to have Band-Aids on them. Some are going to glow in the dark. They're really funny, crazy looking old machines. Because I want them to walk into my booth, because I'm not going to be in there. I want them to walk in my booth and go, wow, man. Mind you, we're going to have a white screen set up in there. We're not telling you what's behind the white screen. You don't know what type of technology behind it. Mind, we develop a lot of stuff, so you don't know what's sitting behind it. So we'll have a white screen set up in there. A lot of lighting, again. So that way they can think that how are we going to operate a white screen with this much light? And look at the projector. Wow, he's using a Chrissy LW400. This is a piece of junk. Oh yeah, I want you to definitely trash talk my projector all day long. I want you, and I'm going to level your stuff like there's no tomorrow. It's a Trojan horse effect. So when that screen pulls up and you see that invisible technology pull through, it is lights over. Oh, lights off, lights on. It doesn't make a difference. We operate any way we want. And then we're going to have a second demonstration outside that absorbs sunlight. That's what I call the nail in the coffin. Finishing the job. Getting it done. Yeah, it's like Mortal Kombat when you beat the crap out of you. Finish them. Dun, dun, dun. There you go. That's what it do. So we're going to set up outside. Say, oh yeah, no. This is our advanced technology right here. We can absorb sunlight. The object is just to shut it down. Oh, I love it. I love it. Now I'm going to paint my projector. I'm all excited about that. I'm going to make it look all cartoony and everything. Oh, we should give it like, I want to do like a kind of design for it. I would hire people to, at the end of the day, to paint our machines. Some of you got some really crazy skills. There's a guy who paints them to make them look like, oh man, what's the game? I play the game just about every day. I got to play it on here too. I haven't played it in a while. Biohazard. Is it Biohazard? I think it's Biohazard. I think it is. I want my projector to look like that cartoon design. So, I guess we'll be taking, pretty soon we get set up and everything, I'm going to bring some artists on board. Your job is just to paint our projectors, that's it. And you'll get paid very well. Very, very well. I believe in paying people for their time. So all we need you to do is cartoon these babies up. Do a little graffiti work at the end of the day, hey, hook them up. Let's see what you got. I want these things a little funny. I want giant band-aids on them, eyeballs on the whole 9 yards. Just have a ball with them. Just go buck wild. I mean, there's no rules in it. Just don't nothing naked or anything weird like that at the end of the day. Because, you know, the rules and regulations, you would have to sign a contract and all that stuff. But still, either than that, just have some fun with it. Can you imagine that being your job? It's to paint our projectors weird, strange colors, do crazy stuff with it, and you get paid to do that? Cool, huh? Right? There we go. All right, people. Oh, someone can do them with a Picasso. That'd be cool, too. Do one of those, too. And then sooner or later, who knows? We might start a new trend of painted projectors. See, there you go. Doing things outside the box. All right, people, we got to go. Thank you for your time. If you're interested in our amazing technology, check out our website. Our website is built like no other website. It's absolutely amazing. Now, I would advise you, if you are doing cell phone does not pick up too well because we have a lot of animation that pops up on that site, a lot of it. Check out also too, you got these gaming screens coming out, the Sugar Plum Fairy. Oh, they're coming out. Yeah, 2026. These screens are going to be absolutely gorgeous for the ultimate gamer. That's what it's developed for. And yes, we have screens coming out for the guys and the lady gamers. Yeah, we got some pretty cool stuff coming out pretty soon. These are going to be some beautiful screens. But anyway, check out our insane website. A lot of you, I guarantee you'll never see a website like that ever. It's absolutely beautiful. I actually got more updated than to go through right now. All right. So, of course, you know, we give thanks to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for blessing us with amazing technology, because one for him, none of this would ever be possible. All glory goes to God. Thank you for your time. Be safe out there, and God bless.